here in San Jose. We're here for the first Friday Art Walk, and a bunch of different places such as the ICA here in San Jose put on a show with different artists, and we're going to check out what's happening here on Friday night. Great way to take a look at local contemporary art. There's actually always two shows here. One is, of course, the Monotype Marathon that they do annually. And here is, do you know what that says? Can't read it. It says buy thread or something, or something thread, right? Oh, buy a thread. Buy a thread. There we go. Thank you. It says buy a thread here. Okay. So why don't we first check out buy a thread, and then we'll move on to the marathon. And this is showcasing contemporary artwork done by artists who use thread to create different structures. I can see that there's more of the traditional pieces that are like quilts hanging here. And let's do a close-up here. So you can see these, and then you have these structures that look almost like, from far away, look like sort of structural ceramic pieces, but they're actually all made out of thread. And it's interesting because what's been noted is that a lot of these pieces of artwork are often classified as craft versus than fine art, and to really sort of, and it sort of marginalizes it. Whereas you can see here in the various formations, you can see that they're just as much of an art form as other things such as oil painting or acrylic or glass. So this piece is always interesting because up close, like oil painting, they take various colors and sort of apply them layer upon layer. And when you move far away from it, you'll see you get a very different effect. So it's very much like oil paints where you apply one layer after another and each stroke gives you a different depth. Here it's done by thread. And I should definitely not bump into stuff here. This one is very interesting. So this is sort of like embroidery, and what's unique is that behind it is actually the newspaper. What do you think of this, Clint? Do you see? So what they did is that's Sarah Palin.
Oh, okay. And
this is newspapers. Look at that. You see, it's a New York Times, and they done it all in quilt.
The iPad here. This would take a while to update the headlines.
Yes, it would. And this, of course, is you have the actual newspaper behind it, and in front of it you have these threads. And what I like about it is they don't fully complete it. You see all the threads just still lying around, and it just looks really interesting. And I have a thing for architecture, so I love this little, almost like a Victorian or farmhouse sort of thing there. So that's really interesting. And you can also see what date it is. So this says Wednesday, December 2nd. I wonder if this actually came from Wednesday, December, not Wednesday, so yeah, Wednesday, December 2nd. Yeah, and then, yeah. Okay, we can track your water usage, but it costs twice as much for the electricity, right? So this one's interesting. When we saw some of the bigger pieces, newsprint, this is slides that's also done in tiny, tiny threads. This is very unusual, Clint. Did you take a look at it? This is like little tiny threads that are made into, you know, the slide, like the slideshows. Remember you stick the film into a projector when you project it out?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and this is all done in thread.
Right.
That's incredible.
Like 35 millimeter slides.
Yeah, like Mount Rushmore stuff. So it's really taking a look at different ways in which we capture images and stuff, but translating it and re-imaging it in thread. Here again, photography with thread. is interesting. This is almost like microscopic versions of thread. And this looks like eyeballs. I would say this looks like eyeballs. This is a whole actual installation. Don't those look like eyeballs a little?
Or baseballs, actually.
Baseballs?
Yeah, I was thinking baseballs.
Oh, and look at this. Wow, this Clint. Like this, you know what this sort of reminds me of? Yeah, a child, or you know those crazy hats? This is like if the crazy hat took over the entire body.
So it's inspired by Alice in Wonderland.
What? Sorry, what?
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Oh my god.
Oh, these are using chenille sticks. Oh, that's what they are, pipe cleaner. I knew they looked familiar. So these are all pipe cleaners, Clint. Wow. You know, I did a lot of interesting things when I was younger with pipe cleaners, but nothing quite like this. Did you, Clint?
No, pipe cleaners not like this.
Although I have, oh, look at this. This is like a table. This is a table, Clint. Here, take a look. I have this, I'm not going to touch it, but I have this real urge just to come and grab onto one of these and touch it, don't you? And like poke into it. I wonder if this is hollow or if there's any structure underneath. Of all of the pieces here, you guys gravitate towards the guy on a toilet.
I have been there.
Did you know about this? Aren't you surprised by the different types of styles and colors in these?
No, I'm not really surprised.
And you can purchase all of these.
Oh, so these are
These
for auction or can you purchase? Do they have prices?
No, they're auction.
You don't? Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not. You're not that important. They're for auction. See? So these are all for auction. You can come down First Friday Art Walk here in San Jose. This is Stark Silver Creek, all things West Coast.
One more time, look at me.
Whoop! Whoop! Okay. Whoop! Oops, that didn't work. Sorry. Whoop! Maybe we need something less annoying.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay.